a piece of paper to all of you so you can follow me along as I talk. Internet connections are complicated to most people who don't understand them and simple to those of us who do. What I'd like to do is simplify this for all of you so that you understand it like a Toastmaster. Now, if I say red, yellow, green, we all instantly think speeches, timing. We understand that. Make sure I have that. I'm going to talk about the red, yellow, and green light with regard to technology. I need to miss you. For years and years and years, technology used the same colored lights, red, yellow, and green. Green was always good. Green meant you had connectivity, everything's well. Red, on the other end of the spectrum, was always bad. Nothing was going to happen. It wasn't going to work right because it was red. Things were simple back when I started in technology, and now they're a bit more complicated. Now, orange means okay. Sometimes blue means okay. But the bottom line is, red means bad. That's still true. What I want to do today is to help you understand what happens when you come home from work, you go to hook up your computer, you turn it on, you want to get online because you want to check your email, all that stuff you can't do when you're at work. You want to do that, and so you turn on your computer, or it's already on, and you check the connection, and it says, page cannot be found. So what? No email, no surfing, no nothing, and it's probably late because you've been on the freeway or the side streets forever because nobody drives very well in the fall. So now you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to get anything done because I don't have enough time. Well, I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things that you need to know about to see if you can solve this yourself and not wait for some technician to show up. There are two pieces of equipment that most people use when they're going on the internet. If you look at the piece of paper, the top images, the top three images are modems. They come in all sizes and shapes. This is one of them, this little guy. They're usually small like this. The white one is about this big. My mom had one of those in her house for a while. And the one in the middle is a little boxy thing. Depending on the kind of service you ask for, cable service or DSL service, this modem is going to look different on the back. But it's going to have the same stuff, whether it's cable or DSL or satellite. It's going to have the same stuff on the back with regard to connecting it to your computer. Okay? This is an optional piece of equipment. This piece of equipment is like one of them on the bottom. It happens to be the one on the right. It's called a router. Now, every computer connection that you get to your house provides one connection for one computer. Because every computer that's connecting to the internet gets an address, kind of like your house address. If you're on the internet, they got to know who you are and how to route that information to you when you go, say, Amazon.com. You don't want to come up with eBay. You want to come up with Amazon.com. To send that to you, they send you an address. They track that address through this device, the modem. This is the required device. This gives you the address. So let's say you live in a household where you share your internet with 3 or 4 other people, or maybe just one other person. Well, how are you going to do that? Unplug your computer from the modem and plug theirs in and take turns? That's no fun. You all want to be on at the same time. That's what this is for. On the back of this device are several connections. So this device goes between your computer and the modem. And the modem brings the signal once, and this repeats it to as many devices as you can connect to it. This one will connect 4 devices directly. This one happens to be wireless as well, even though it doesn't have an antenna like the 2 on the left, the center one on the left. Those are wireless and they don't require a cable. And that means that anyone having that kind of connectivity on their computer can use the internet. Because what happens to that address? It gets split up. The original address gets registered in here, and you get a new set of numbers, and everybody gets their own address. So you can surf at the same time. Now, that's really, really good when it works, and it's really, really bad when it fails. So we're going to talk about the red and the yellow and the green. Modems have lights on them. They all have lights on them. Modems are especially simple because they have a power light. They have a connectivity light, which will either say DSL or cable or something called WAN, which stands for Wide Area Network. Okay? But you don't have to know what that is. As long as the lights are green, you're good to go. But if one of them is red, it's going to be not the power light, because it's either on or off. And it's not going to be any of the other connectivity lights, because they are also either on or off. It's going to be the one that brings the signal to your house. If it's red, the best thing you can do is unplug the power from this device, count slowly to 15, plug it back in, and see if it turns green. If it does, you're in, you're done, you're finished. Unless you have one of these attached to it. Because if you have one of these attached to it, you have to also unplug this, wait for 15, get this one up green, plug this one into it, get this one up green, and then you're good to go. Okay? Now this one is the blue light one. This is brand new. It's got blue lights on it. Most of the routers have either a goldenrod orange or blue or green. Okay? Again, if something's red on here, it's not connected to this device properly. Red is bad, green is great. Just like in Toastmasters. When you hit green, you know you're good to go. When you hit yellow, you're cautionary. And when you hit red, you're all finished. That's Toastmasters.